Alright, that says hopefully going out live for second shot of Evan's Remains on PlayStation 4 Pro. I mean, I hope we're going out live, but it's not showing up yet. 45 seconds, come on. What's happening? There we go, that's it showing now. Decent. So, let's get right back into it. Continue, please. Continue. So, this is exactly where I got to yesterday. It's time for some puzzles. Hopefully I could solve this better than I was doing with the previous one yesterday. Ah, right. So we need the purple one up there. It's nearly right. Just need to get that there somehow. I've done it. I actually solved it, I think. Provided I don't make a mess of the platforming. There we go. Oh no. Hey. I just want you to know, whatever the artifact turns out to be, I'll be here, okay? You can count on me. Thanks, Vineal. Love the look of this game. Reminds me of Sonic on the Game Boy Advance. Sonic Adventure. Well, Sonic Advance. Oh, sugar. I think I had it and then I made a mess. Yes. I did it. There. That was the last one. Got the full message. But what does it say? You know, when I was a little boy, there was this neighbour kid I played with almost every day. We were almost the same age. He was 1 year older than me. Lucas, that was his name. I'd always play in the park in my hometown. The first thing every morning, Mum would make breakfast, I'd eat it as fast as I could, and head to the park. He's always there waiting for me. Didn't know how early I got up. It didn't matter, sorry, I can't read. It didn't matter how early I got up, Lucas was always first. Hey, I remember one time I asked him if he slept there. He always carried this toy plane. I loved that plane. Even though he was a good friend, never let me touch it. And that peed me off a little. One day I woke up after having breakfast, as usual. I went to the park. He wasn't there yet. I was happy I'd finally managed to beat him to the park. Sat down to wait for him, but hours passed and Lucas never showed up. When I got back home, I learned that they had moved. That night, my father heard me crying in my room and came in really worried. Told him what had happened. I was really sad, but I was a kid, so eventually I started to get over it. One day my father brought me a box that had come for me in the mail. I was really confused. It was from Lucas. He sent me a letter apologising for not being able to say goodbye. He told me he'd miss me and wouldn't forget about me. Also in the box was a gift. It was his toy plane. One day I was playing at my dad's office. I stumbled upon the box for the plane. I realised he'd made the whole thing up. Obviously I never said a word, although I never found out how he knew that I liked that plane so much. I never told him that detail, and I wasn't ever able to ask him. Why not? He died from a strange disease a few years later. He always said, if you want to be happy, make your loved ones happy. I was too young to understand. Not long after Dad died, Mum left us. She couldn't get fear of the disease out of her mind, even though it wasn't contagious. Unfortunately though, it's hereditary, and as it turns out, Dices and I both inherited the disease. What? You too, Clover? May have a few weeks left, then again I may have a few days before the disease takes its course. Even worse, the disease progresses much more aggressively in women. Dices, my little sister, sooner or later the disease will kill her. This legend, this artifact, was my only hope. But what does it say, Clover? See for yourself. Eternal is my son, and eternal will become. He who not abandons our sacred place, because only on this land the same man is forever endless, true eternity. Eternal is my son, and eternal will become. He who not abandons our sacred place, because only on this land the same man is forever endless, true eternity. I think I get it. It's the island. The whole island is the artifact. From what I can tell, the artifact's power is limited to those standing on it. That is, while we remain here, we'll be immortal. What a stupid thing. What's the use of the artifact if I can't take it with me? I can just bring Dices here. Of course we will. What other choice do we have? But she'll have to live here forever. What kind of life would that be? Prisoner of a deserted island for all eternity. We can find another way. Vanille, would you excuse me for a bit? I need some time to be alone. Jeez, oh, it's quite heavy. Oh wow, thanks a lot, Super Real Corpse. That's very kind of you. Appreciate that big time. Thank you so much for the sub there. Sorry if that's been there a while as well. I'm sorry I look a bit stark greeting. This story has been... There's moments in this game that the dialogue is excellent. The combination of all the nice sounds as well. It's too early to be this sad. The sub has cheered us up though, honest. I'm just bummed because of the context, the stuff that's happening in the game. I've cried over anime, it's all good. We've all cried over anime, that bit in Cowboy Bebop, man, my god. I just rewatched that recently. I was like, I'm older now, I'll know greet. Oh, I was green. Right. That was heavy going. Thanks again though. Incredibly kind. Oh, I was nearly crying at this game yesterday. There was a couple of bits of dialogue that I was just having to read it as well. It was getting harder. Sorry, I got a trophy there called translating. Clover, why didn't you say anything? If only such an intoxicating fragrance, don't you think? Huh? The flowers. You... Am I interrupting something? No. Can't handle emotions these days. I avoid sad games. Quite right. See, I need to do my research first. I need to type into Google, is Evans Remains a sad game? I should have known by the title that it probably was going to be a sad game. Anything that's got remains in it is going to be a sad one, isn't it? Something I should have learned. Don't you think they're beautiful? I guess. Who would guess that the nectar is one of the most toxic poisons? A drop or two kills an adult in a matter of hours. A funny thing, nature. So gorgeous and so deadly at the same time. From the bottom of my heart, I believe it was made to end us. A divine punishment for destroying our home. Why are you here? Such a shame, isn't it? Clover's situation. What if I told you there's actually something we can do? That voice again. It was you. Upbring isn't behind this, is it? You. You were the one who contacted me. Wasn't it fun though? Playing detective? See, Dices. I've always felt an inexplicable obsession with mysteries. Detective stories. Questions without answers. There is something so seductive in them. In real life, however, they're always so dull. I never like in video games or a good book. That's why I wanted to really take this to the next level, make it more interesting. You follow me? Took the library... liberty. This is the library we've won for ourselves. No, I took the liberty of designing all of this such that you could figure it out yourself. That every discovery would have been uncovered by you, and only by you. Evan, on the other hand, he wanted to make everything so obvious. He wanted you to know everything from the start. Let's just say that's not how I do things. Where's the fun in that? Where's the emotion? You wouldn't understand. Emotions can't be faked. They have to be authentic. They must be lived. Even managed to get someone with the same, You know what? It doesn't matter. What are you talking about? What is going on here? What is all this about? Oh, come on, Dices. You still don't have a clue after all the work I've done? You're just gonna give up? Thought you were better than that. No one appreciates a good mystery anymore. What's wrong with this maniac? Alright, I'll admit it. Maybe I don't give you all the pieces. But I know you won't need them. You're something special, Dices. Well, I think this last one will be enough. Being aware of your observations. Remember your suspicions about the monoliths? Eureka, you were right. The question is, why? Our friend Evan adored Clover. He wanted to leave him with a little present as the final goodbye. One that involved an island capable of doing what the new message said. You follow me? No. No. So, are you still wondering why you're here? Is this the right thing? I'm not sure what right even is anymore. Clover. I've been thinking. I've got to tell you something. I'm listening. My name is not Vanille. It's Dices. Dices MR. Now's not the time for jokes, Vanille. Just shut up and listen. Sorry, I'm all ears. Ever since I arrived on the island, I can't with this. It's too much for me. Clover, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Hey. Relax, okay? Everything will be okay. I'm here with you. Tell me what's going on. Why do the worst things always happen to the best people? Why? It's always the same. It's so unfair. Well, I like to think the universe has a plan for all of us. Besides, if I hadn't been sick, I would have never known you, right? You idiot. Why didn't you tell me? I didn't want my disease to mark me. I didn't want to be treated differently. I wouldn't have treated you differently. Vanille, you're doing it right now. It's just that... It's okay, Vanille. Breathe in. What is it that you wanted to tell me? Ever since I arrived on the island, I couldn't get this coincidence out of my head. But I think I understand everything now. It's not that the island is making us immortal. Rather, the island is frozen in time. Do you understand? Time is not passing here. What's the difference? You arrived here before me. Time stopped for you the moment you set foot on this island. But it didn't stop for everyone else. You left home and came here to save your sister when she was just a baby. But time went on normally for me until I grew up and came here. And that's why we're meeting each other now. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm Dices, Clover. You're Dices. Or Desis, I'm not sure how you're supposed to say that. What are you saying? When I took this job, they gave me a false name. They told me to not reveal the real one until now. And I think it's because I didn't want you to know from the beginning because of how absurd this all sounds. But now that you've figured out what the artifact is, it makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Your name is Dices Imor? It is. How? How did you recover? It looks like I was never sick in the first place, Clover. It was just you. When Evan gave you the notebook and sent you here, he stayed and looked after me, didn't he? He was going to look after Dices while I was here. But that was just a little while. Pretty much a day ago. No, Clover, it was years ago. Time went by and you never came back. While on the island, we don't feel the passage of time, it doesn't affect us. That's why our watches stop while we're here. Evan must have thought you had died, that you'd never come back. He had no other choice but to look after me. Obviously he thought that it wouldn't last long. He thought that sooner or later my time would also come. Seeing how things turned out, it seems that time never came. I imagine that when he realised I wasn't sick, he decided to search a place for me. A family. They did a good job of it. Until today, I never knew I had a brother. Actually, I never knew where I really came from. After a long time, I'm guessing he found out how the island works. He assumed you'd still be here, that from your perspective, you had just arrived. After that, he contacted me pretending to be Upbring. He sent me here with the excuse of finding Evan, so that I would meet you. The only restriction they gave me was to hide my real name no matter what. I believe it's because I didn't want you to realise it was me from the beginning. First, you needed to figure out how the island works. Just think about it, it all makes sense that way. Neither of us would have believed any of this if we were told about it from the start. That's why he didn't tell me either. He wanted us to discover it by ourselves. I had to wait for this moment. Are you sure about what you're saying? Can I trust you? Just look at me, Clover, it's me. I can't believe it. Dices, or Desis. Dices? I'm not sure how you say that. Is it really you? You've been right in front of me all this time? Yes, Clover, it's me. You've grown so much. Dices, can I give you a hug? Of course you can, you idiot. Dices, I was so scared, so afraid of losing you. Ever since we lost Mum and Dad, I only had you. I didn't want to lose what I loved the most. Hey, but it doesn't matter. None of that matters. Now that I know you're fine, because that's what I've always wanted. Can't believe how much you've grown. Are you staying healthy? Tell me about your friends, Dices. Do they take good care of you? Has it really been years? Got so many questions, dear sister. What happened to Evan, and why did he use a different name with me? It was just a fake name he used to hide from the world. It was all part of his plan. He wanted to surprise us. He did it for us. Well, he managed. I suppose he wasn't that selfish after all. Hey, why are you crying? Aren't you happy to see me again after all these years? I'm happy, that's all. Me too. Don't ever want this moment to end. so happy I could die right now. From now on, everything will be better. I guess I'll have to stay here. If I don't want my time to come, you'd better visit. And above all that, Clover, what's the matter? Just feeling a little dizzy, don't worry. Narrator. From here on, everything was not better. I hope it was, Cuppy. This is a heavy going game. Good to see you, man. You better not just expire the now, like. Can I take it? I had no idea how sad this game was going to be. I've got teaching today in an hour. They might be turning up like all greedy faced. What's happened? No, nothing, nothing. It's time to play the guitar. Clover. What's wrong? Clover. Wake up. What's happening? Get up. Someone help. Clover, say something to me, please. No chance. Is this what's really happening? Oh, wow. So we're getting to go, Evan. Or, I mean, Vincent, he's been calling himself. Clover is over. No. No. You're not from here, are you? Wait a second. The hobo? I think you're confusing me with someone else. What brings you here, fella? I'd like to ask you about Clover. Clover? Never met a boy with such a kind heart. Boy. Ever since he knew about my knee, he does the grocery shopping for me. Can you believe it? Sure knows how to make an old man happy. Haha. It's a shame he's going through all that, don't you agree? Huh? Stop talking nonsense, would you? I don't get all the young people slang these days. I'm talking about his disease and his remaining days. What did you say? Is he ill? Didn't you know? Why does nobody ever tell me anything? Well, it doesn't matter. Thanks for your time. Getting away with this old guy. Will you talk to him again? Clover, ill? Nobody ever tells me a thing in this town. We'll run away from him. Can he do any jumping about? Get all the nice backgrounds though. Oh, let's get you away from behind this tree before we talk to you. Hey, I'm truly sorry, but right now I don't have a... Oh, no, no, no. I didn't come for that. I just want to ask you about Clover. Clover? He's the personification of humility. If there's anything he loves, it's his little sister. Between you and me, he's a better father than a bunch of folks around here. How long since you knew about his condition? Huh? What are you talking about? He's gone through a lethal disease in an advanced state. So you weren't aware? Huh? Who told you that? He himself. I thought you knew. I had no idea. Since when? I'm afraid I'm not aware of the details, that's all I know. Anyways, thanks for your time. Just running a bit bumming everybody out with this news. Dog. Good dog. Oh, the tag says Apollo. Is this your dog, wee man? Hey, kid. I wanted to ask if you know a guy named Clover. Clover? Oh yeah, he's my friend, you know. One day we were playing bliss ball with my friends, and he was just walking by. He realised that they had left me out because I wasn't that good. He approached me and said, "Ignore them, bliss ball is for losers." Do you know how to play Spy Master? I didn't, so he invited me to his house and taught me. Ever since, I've won every single one of the Spy Master tournaments at school. Hey, I'm sure you'd beat me too. By any chance did you know he was sick? Why are you telling this wee boy that? Unfortunately, it's unlikely that he'll get better. And he doesn't have many days left. Why didn't you tell a wee guy, man? Huh? Well, what did you say? I don't believe you. He would have told me. You're lying. It's a lie, it's a lie. You're a liar. Hey, hey, easy. Liar. That's right. Hey, kid, wait. Sorry for my grandson. Is that the guy for the Jurassic Park films? Is that John Hammond? The thing is, this news isn't just shocking for us. It's also really devastating. Clover is like a member of our family. Can't imagine why he wouldn't have told us. Sure he didn't want us to worry. He hasn't been the same since his father died. It hurt us all, but he's had it the worst. He must really be going through a nightmare. Is there really nothing we can do? If we had money, it wouldn't make a difference. According to Clover, there's no treatment. So we just have to wait and be with him until there's always the legend. The legend? Bastion. Again with that. What's he talking about? It's an old fairy tale from around here. It's no fairy tale. Bastion, where did you get that? Told you it was real. We found it with Cecil in a strange shrine when we were playing in the woods. What's this legend about, and what is that notebook? It's an old tale that says something about a hidden island that holds a secret to eternal life. But nobody has found it and ever lived to tell about it. And this legendary notebook, so it is said, reveals its location. Hey you, stranger. What, me? Come here. I don't know who you think you are. Clover telling you his secrets doesn't make you special. Still his best friend, understand, Bastion? Alright, sorry. In any case, stranger, I'd like to ask you a favour. Could you find the island for me? I don't want for Clover to leave us, and it may be our last hope. I'd do it myself, but Mum won't let me be outside after 8 o'clock. Bastion, leave the poor man alone. Leave it to me. Do you really plan on going? It's just a fairy tale. I've got nothing to lose. In that case, I'll lend you my boat. Also, make up a bag of supplies for you. Oh hey, that doesn't sound half bad. We'll help in any way we can. Any friend of Clover's is our friend too. Friend, huh? I'll leave immediately. What a nice game this is. Goodbye, Dices trophy unlocked, or earned, sorry. Oh great, how am I supposed to go back now? The island, time to discover if what they say about you is true. Let's have a wee jump a bit. Okay, first word. Guess I'll be here for a while. Did I break that puzzle a minute ago? Can't go back the way. I fear I have broken the game somehow. Oh no. Something's not right here, is it? Maybe there's something else you're supposed to do. That's supposed to reset the puzzle, but it hasn't. Is it a bug? Or can I bring out the note? I think something's went wrong. Which is a shame. I wonder if I go to skip puzzle. I got a trophy for skipping the puzzle. But I didn't think I could have done that. Like, I think it was broke. But hey, I got a trophy, we'll take that. I done that puzzle last time. See, yeah. I need pieces like this to be able to do the puzzle. Hopefully it doesn't cost me another trophy later. It's cool getting to go him to do these puzzles. Getting to go a different character. Music in this game's amazing as well. Really reminds me of Mew, M-E-W. Just this total pathos. Moving. A nice mixture of kind of like electronic and analog instruments, like acoustic instruments and retro kind of sounds as well. Guess it's time. Let's see. Eternal as the sun, our sacred place is not, nor will become eternal he who looks for eternity. Because the same man who on this land all ego abandons will know the search of it meaning lacks. Only consciousness was and is forever, my endless true eternity. What? What the hell is that supposed to mean? That it doesn't exist? Nah, I must have read it wrong. Eternal is not, nor will become, meaning wax. Well, what am I supposed to do? Clover? Please don't die. See, Vincent, I don't know what kind of fool you take me for. You don't need to be a genius to realise you're hiding from something, and if I win, I want you to go back and face it. was wondering if we could meet, please. Huh? Who is this? It's me. Who? You gotta be kidding me. Vincent, is that you? Not gonna lie here, I was pretty sure you were dead. At this point I know, you probably hate me. But I really need to talk to you. We're talking right now, aren't we? Face to face. I want us to settle this once and for all. Where are you? Write down the following coordinates. Okay. And don't worry, it's a safe place. Should I come alone, or can I bring someone? Are they trustworthy? He's my right-hand man. I suppose that's no problem. That's a cool noise. Well, by God, what do we have here? If it isn't the prodigy, the most brilliant and promising mind the world has ever known. He who will guide humanity to a better world. Are you done? Have you been here all this time? What the heck is this place? Anyway, you're going to tell me why you brought me here. Nico is waiting for me on the other side. I want to reveal the truth to the world. Oh, you were serious? Let me get this straight, Vincent. You're returning to me what is mine. That's the least an author can demand, right? After all these years, you just show up all of a sudden and you deign to do what you should have done from the start. Were you expecting a prize or something? Dude, you're something else, alright. You're still acting like I'm the one responsible for all this. Like I was the only Evan. You were as much a part of this as me. Why then was revealing the truth my responsibility? What was stopping you? You could have spoken up at any time, but you kept quiet. You did exactly the same thing I did. Do I know the teeny little difference, my old friend? You were the face. Let me ask you something. What do you think would happen if Andre Yeager decides to reveal the truth to the world? It'd just be one of those tabloids where an ex-employee from Area 51 reveals top secret info. No matter how plausible the testimony, the man never has proof. People don't believe him. Is it because he's lying? Most likely, but in many cases it's the other way around. Of course the government won't keep files in his name. And of course they'd scrub every last shred of evidence suggesting he ever worked there. The absence of proof, paradoxically, becomes the proof. I'm not lying, I did work there, but they erased all the files and then my memories. Ring any bells? My name doesn't mean anything. However, if Mr. Evan Goldstein himself comes out and says something, that's a different story. And you know how people love faces. The story of the poor orphan kid who becomes a brilliant millionaire and wins everybody's heart. They don't seem to realise they've been told the same old story over and over again, and still they always fall for it. I'm sure they would believe any nonsense that comes out of your mouth. We're doomed as a species, no doubt about it. I may be more Evan than you, but as far as people are concerned, you and only you are Evan. That's why, my friend, the responsibility was on your shoulders, but instead you just ran away. You ran away taking everything that should have been mine. Seems you weren't so upset with what they created after all. Do you think I enjoyed doing that? Do you think I had a good time seeing you like that? Do you think I didn't feel like the scum of the earth? Do you have the slightest clue the hell I've been through since then? Why do you think I ran away? I couldn't take being a part of that anymore. You could have talked to me. We could have found a way. Why do you think I brought you here? I know I should have done it sooner, but I couldn't, Andre, I couldn't. They were keeping an eye on me more than you. I was the public figure after all. I was so little I could barely understand what was going on. I didn't know to call for help. I didn't have anyone. They kept me alone and walked away. I was so scared. But that's about to change. Don't you get it, Andre? It was never about us. I'm not your enemy, nor are you mine. We've got one enemy in common, the ones who put us through all this, the ones who created Evan. And I'm sure they also wanted this, to separate us, to sow resentment between us, to keep us silent, to keep us alone against the world. This is what they always want. You're gonna keep doing what they want? Didn't bring you here to keep fighting. So what do you plan to do? Hold some press conference and spit everything out? Do you think that scenario ends with you alive and breathing? They'll chase you forever. You know how that ends. I know, and I don't care. I've got nothing left to lose. Don't worry, I won't mention you. What the hell? Toss my name into. With what? If we're going to sync upbring, we have to do it right. See that song there? I was having to teach a student a song called Turning Page. I cannot remember who it's by, but it starts with that. It's very, very similar to that melody that's playing there. Anyway, I'm in. Whatever it takes to tear them apart. Though they're so large, it might not make any difference. Andre, guess I'm not the only one who's changed. What I'm trying to say here is, for all the pain I've caused, I just wanted to say that from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. I thought those words would never come out of your mouth. Are you feeling okay? Did you go to some spiritual retreat and find yourself? Seriously, where the hell are we? Well, actually, it's a long story. I think we've exhausted Nicola's patience as well. Well, alright. I'm sorry to say, it really is a very long story, so I'd settle in. Alright. I came here because it is believed that the island keeps the secret of eternal life. See that line of monoliths that goes along the seashore? They're hieroglyphs, and... Wait, I know this story. You do? Years ago, I heard rumours about Upbring having a secret base in a place like this. They're everywhere, huh? I don't believe it then. Me neither. But in any case, the immortality thing is a lie. Just finished translating all the monoliths. It's obvious it's a lie. I'm surprised he fell for something like that. Any ideas? Should I have some? No, I just hoped you'd come up with something. You're the genius after all. Everybody seems to believe that genius and magician are the same thing. I can't perform miracles, Vincent. So there's nothing we can do? Just joking, I'm not being completely honest with you. I can perform miracles, and I do have ideas. Really? Well, that doesn't mean you're going to like what I'm going to suggest. Guess it's better than nothing, I'm all ears. What does the message say? Eternal as the sun, our sacred place is not, nor will become eternal he who looks for eternity, because the same man who, on this land, all ego abandons, will know the search of it meaning lacks. Only consciousness was and is forever, my endless true eternity. It's perfect, but somewhat long, don't you think? We could make some changes. Changes? We could modify the message. What for? How the heck do you expect us to rewrite them? Don't speak ancient hieroglyph puzzle. I didn't say anything about rewriting them. Wait here. Vincent, come here. What is he up to? Look at this. He opened a portal on top of the monolith that leads to the same monolith. You weren't paying attention, were you? Look closer. It's different. Did you exchange them? The one from our left is now to our right and vice versa. Sorry, I keep feeling like I'm going to sneeze. Andre, just what are you up to? I was wondering if it would be difficult to form a new message based on the original. And as soon as you read it to me, I realised it wouldn't be. You just exchange some monoliths and repeat others. Indeed, something totally different could be achieved, with a message somewhat opposite than the original. Eternal as the sun or sacred place is not, nor will become eternal he who looks for eternity, because the same man who on this land all ego abandons will know the search of it meaning wax. Only consciousness was and is forever, my endless true eternity. This one's the original, right? 46 monoliths, 46 words. I propose the following. Eternal is my son, and eternal will become he who not abandons our sacred place. Because only on this land, the same man is forever, endless true eternity. 28 monoliths, 28 words. Notice that I'm only changing the order of some words or repeating them. Finally, I discarded the unnecessary ones. Eternal is my son, and eternal will become he who not abandons our sacred place, because only on this land the same man is forever, endless true eternity. Still don't get why we'd want to do that. Look, I've got an idea. Why don't you let me do the talking, and you keep your questions for the end. Go on. Your friend Clover, right? What is it that he wants most, above all things? To not die. Vincent, you really suck at this. Based on your descriptions, Clover only cares about one thing, his sister. Doesn't matter if he saves himself or not, he just cares about saving Dices. And what we could do is give him precisely that. Or more accurately, we could make him believe that. I'm going to tell you this now. We can't save him, neither him nor her. They're on death's doorstep already. There's nothing we can... But we can make him believe the opposite. Imagine the following scenario. You go back to Clover's house with a notebook in your hands. You tell him Clover is real, the legend is real. You give him the notebook, tell him to come here for the artifact. You offer to take care of Dices in the meantime. Clover, filled with hope, heads to the island. He starts to decipher the message, monolith after monolith. Remember, though, that this isn't the original message, but ours. Anyways, during his journey, Clover discovers someone else who's sent to the island. It's a girl who's also looking for something here. This girl decides to join him in his search, and they become close. Clover completes the message. He learns that the whole island is the artifact, and that the immortality is granted by the island from the moment you step on its shores. A bit of disappointment sinks into Clover, now that he knows the artifact is not something he can take home to Dices. But suddenly, the girl comes up with the theory that it wasn't immortality that the island granted, but rather that the island exists outside of time as we know it. Time doesn't pass normally on the island, and as a result, hours, days, months and years didn't pass as usual here, making everything and everyone on it unaging, immortal and eternal. That's when the girl also discovers that she is actually Dices, Clover's sister, who had been sent by you, due to the temporary gap that was generated, because remember, Clover arrived first. Dices was able to reach his age outside the island and then head there years later. Clover obviously doesn't notice that span of years because he was on the island the whole time. In any case, getting back to the story, just when Clover thought everything was lost, he realises that what he's been looking for has been in front of him the whole time. Dices also reveals that she was never sick in the first place. Clover, seeing that his sister has grown and lived a good life, that she's alright, and that they can still keep seeing one another as long as he stays there, he becomes happy. All of his worries vanish, a smile spreads across his face. He decides to stay and live on the island, you know, to postpone his death forever. The following days are happy, they're perfect. Dices visits him from time to time, until the day comes when Clover eventually dies. But he dies believing everything. He dies happy. It's beautiful, fantastic. The audience cries, laughs, cue the applause. What do you think? It all just came to me. Brilliant, isn't it? As if it was the ending of some emotional video game. It's the most twisted thing I've ever heard. I knew you wouldn't like it. You never like my ideas. Just listen to what you're saying. It's absurd. Vincent, look at this damn place. Eternal life, an ancient civilization, a message engraved on monoliths. Don't you think it's already absurd enough? Do you think adding some extra details would make it less believable? Isn't this what you wanted? Doing something for him? Maybe we can't avoid his leaving this world, but we can at least direct how he leaves it, giving him a worthy end, full of adventure and emotion. Don't know if you can hear all the huskies outside. That's what that noise is. There's a house, a couple of houses over that has, I think, approximately 100 huskies. I don't know, but there's a lot. And that's what that noise is from outside. Do I believe in a lie? Look, Vincent, I'm sure that today somebody died believing you're a genius. It was their truth, their whole life. Truth only ceases to be true when you find out it's a lie, and Clover will never find out. Although it won't be the truth for us, it will be for him. Even though if that truth just lasts an ephemeral moment, you can decorate it as much as you like. A lie is a lie. And just that it's not right. It doesn't feel right. I want to believe everybody deserves a happy ending, and suddenly that's not right. Their whole lives were a lie. What's the difference? Do I do something for Clover or not? Didn't you say you'd do anything for him? Let me recall. What was the other option? Oh yeah, leave him to die at home with the baby who also dies in absolute solitude. But anyway, I'm not going to judge you. It's your decision after all. Where are you going? Aren't we going to join poor Clover on his final days? Time passes while we ponder. Wait, yeah? The message, your message is shorter than the original. What are you going to do with the remaining monoliths? Be surprised all the problems that high-powered explosives can solve. You're going to blow them up? What, afraid someone's going to hear us? We're in the middle of nowhere. The girl. Who's the girl? Who's Dices? An actress, no idea. We'll find someone. Promise me, whoever she is, that she agrees with all this. Let her know all the details. I promise. Andre, do you really believe something like this could work? Don't have the slightest idea. You know how much I indulge in making an idea come true when it takes hold of me. Hope you know what you're doing. Tell me how I can help. Oh no. Leave it to me. I'll take care of all the island business. You make sure to convince Clover to come here and to take care of the baby. When this is all over, we'll bring down upbring together like old times. You can trust us. You can trust me, sorry. I need to blow my nose. It's like hay fever feeling today. Is it hay fever time? Sorry. Revelation trophy. That was quite a lot. It's turned out incredibly sad again. Where am I? These sheets. I'm not at home, but I feel like I am. My head hurts. Don't know how I got here. The last thing I remember is doing that whole act in front of Clover. Clover. Need to see if he's alright. So much light. You know, Clover, I always thought I had everything anybody could ever want. Money, fame, power. Funny thing is, when I disappeared, no one really cared. It was all over the news, sure. There wasn't anyone genuinely worried about me. No one wondering if I was okay, and honestly, I don't blame them. it was when I asked the neighbours about you that I realised that actually I never had anything. Rest in peace, friend. Rest in peace, Dices. Look who just woke up. Don't tell me you don't find it strange. What? Him dying at such a convenient moment. Too convenient, I'd say. If it had happened just a few hours earlier, everything would have gone to waste. How did you know so precisely when it would happen? I didn't. That's reassuring. Oh good. Now you're gonna start preaching to me about right and wrong too? What? Why are you looking at me like that? Hey, I just lied to him. He lied to the whole world. He deserved a little punishment, didn't he? Besides, he went to talk to her. He'll find out eventually. Do you think he'll get mad? Of course he will. But then he'll remember that my way of doing things once again worked, and he'll forget about it. I want to ask you something. Do you really believe that if she had known everything from the start, her connection with Clover would have been as authentic as it was? Nobody wants to be a part of a farce. Didn't force anyone to do anything. She saw all his pain, and lying to him was the least she could do. She decided to do it. But it's not about lying or telling the truth, nor is it about doing the right thing, nor the wrong thing. It's about getting results. I guess it's easier to just call me the movie's villain. Guess we all have our little lies. You did it! Trophy unlocked. There you go. Heaven's Remains. A game by Matthias Schmid. Whitethorn Digital. Avix Games. That was really good. We've done the music as well. Thomas Batista. Secret scene. I'm gonna have missed something in this game, haven't I? But yep, if you enjoyed this as well, you can get a physical copy of it if it's one that you'd like. I think it's relatively cheap digitally, but Red Art Games have done a physical edition of this. Comes with a cool slipcase. Yeah, really nice game. Was it Kickstarter? Is that what this is? Special thanks to my lovely backers. There you go. Kickstarter game. It's excellent. Don't know what's up with my nose, guys. I'm really sorry. I wish I had kickstarted this game. This will be when my name pops up in the credits. Oh, I did? No, I didn't. I think I've actually got a few games I did kickstart. I should probably play through them as well. I wonder if there's going to be a secret scene after the credits. Can you think where else I could have got that? That one sounds like a Mew song, not on there. there's going to be a lot of credits then. They don't seem to be in any particular order. So there's no way of knowing just how many there's going to be. Nice music though. So yeah, Evans remains. Really, really nice. Some powerful words in this game, right? I'm not sure if I like the extra bits added onto the end, like the very final parts. Guess it just like adds that extra layer of tragedy, sadness. Get the guitar out, figure out those chords. Oh. Getting something after credits. Some nice guitar. Oh, we are. For the backers trophy. What is this place? This is where everything changed for me. I hid in a small town near the island when I needed to vanish. I see. How did you find this place? By accident, really. I was looking for somewhere off-grid, totally disconnected. I didn't want anyone to recognise me. So I started visiting islands in the middle of the Pacific, little towns, which eventually led me to discover this island. Or what better place to disappear than a tropical oasis? Okay, but why did you bring me here? I want you to meet someone very special to me. Follow me. At high speed. Whoa, what is this thing? It looks like something out of an ancient history documentary. It's an ancient monolith. Well, this one isn't ancient since Andre recreated for our message. It says something, oh, kinda like a hieroglyph. Basically, but you get to interact with it, kinda like a game or a giant puzzle. No way, I love puzzles, can I try? Hey, slow down there. Let me show you how it's done. Follow me, but watch your step. Hey, I didn't know you had the knack for solving cryptic ancient puzzles. Give me the treasure if you don't want to lose your heads. Huh? Who's that? How dare you speak like that in front of one of the most legendary pirates of modern times? I didn't know there were any modern pirates. Cool. The great Maisie K. Kendrick demands you hand the treasure over to me. What is she talking about? You may try to hide it from me, but this map reveals all. A map? Let me have a look at that. Non ho porra del Altesi ho porra della caduta Joy Albanese. Spared no expense, Evan Farks. Facing your fear doesn't make you strong, it just means you have good eyesight. Elaine Barlow. To the love of my life, my moon and my stars, I love you forever no matter what. From Jose to Isa. Jose Mancini. Life is but a beautiful garnish that will unveil itself when it's all said and done. Kane Zagler. Can't read that one, unfortunately. Never tell yourself that you're not good enough, Jeff Zimmer. Enjoy everything, Denise G. If I was a seagull, I'd fly as far as I could. I'd fly to faraway places and sing for many people, Louise. Mismo que con el nombre reliciando con el ave Rookbird Games. There's a power that comes from deep inside of you, because every day you're reaching toward the light, as Oz Kappa. Is humanity headed in the right direction? Michael Fessenden. My greatest joy in this swiftly passing life is bringing happiness and peace to my soulmate, my wife. Oh, Meron loves Nefili. A squared for life. Andrew and Alexis Mona Ortiz. Pals Axon. Fireworks. Leonard Verdier Toshimori. Where is it? Where's the treasure? This isn't a map. Then what is it? How should I know? What are you two whispering about? Don't try anything funny. But of course, the treasure. How could I have forgot? It's just over there. Where? Where is it? See those monoliths right behind us? Follow the line they draw until you find a broken pot. It's right below it. And don't forget your shovel. Treasure. Ah. Weird. Okay, where were we? There's one more left, let's go. One more monolith. I need to be fast. I need to solve this. Struggling. I need to figure this puzzle in 15 minutes. The stress. I actually don't know. What can I do differently here? Can I get to that when that one's there? I had it there. I had it and then I made a total mess. I had the way to solve that. I done it again. Ah, so dumb. Right. That. And this. There we go. So what did they say? Huh? Said there were hieroglyphs, right? What did you write on them? Clover Amor. Clover what? What does that even mean? There we go. My 1069 Whitethorn Digital. There we go. Evans Remains. What a game. I hope you enjoyed that. Cheers everybody for tuning in. Thanks again, Super Real Corpse for the sub. Very, very kind. Cheers for all the chat. Hope you enjoyed that half as much as I did. I'll hopefully see you all again very soon. Tonight, not sure what I'm going to be playing. Something else I've never heard of, probably. Cheers if you were just working. Behold the CJ, Bing Cortana, Carbot, 14XYZ, Commander Root, Forian, Idolara. And I'll hopefully catch you all again very soon. Bye. Bye, Evans Remains. Bye. Bye.